Okay, so hello, welcome to tonight's late night talk. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever you are. I'm just gonna get right into what today's topic is about. So talking about how to take that step to really follow your dreams and how you can get there. This topic's gonna be very personal for me because I obviously have a lot of dreams and I have a lot of passions that I'm working on. Like as you can tell with this content creation thing, I've been really put a lot of effort into it. I upload every day. I write scripts for it. I do all my editing. It's a lot of work for one person. I will say it's a little exhausting, but I really enjoy doing it. And then also I started making music as well too. Obviously, it's something I'm not the best at. I'm still learning. I haven't really had a whole lot of time to get back on that grind, but I really want to though. So how did I personally break through that mindset of procrastination and not feeling like I'm good enough to do the thing? Because that's something I go through a lot on a daily basis, and it's something that I went through kind of my whole life, honestly. So I'm here to talk about my personal experience. Maybe my journey can help somebody also go on their path to do the things they want to do. So for me personally, before I even considered content creation or music, I wanted to draw art. I wanted to be an artist. Everything that didn't work out. But for all of that, there is something I've always wanted to do and something I've always wanted to pursue, and that was to be really good at a game. Playing tournaments, win a bunch of money off of them. I never really got to that point. I still do want to personally, and it's something that I'm working on on the side. I haven't really found a game for me that really click with that and want to devote my time to it. It's also a lot of work. I play way too many different games and it's hard to balance all of that. But how did I break through my mental barrier of just saying, let's do the thing, let's not procrastinate anymore? Well, a lot of it for me was just what I really had a deep thought with myself, and I'm like, what can I do for me personally to better my mental health? What is really bringing me down in my life? And what I personally struggled with was never committing to the things I wanted to do. I was always in my comfort zone. I was doing the same stuff every day. I never really got out and experimented and tried different things. And I felt really, mentally, I just felt really bad about not really pursuing my hobbies or my dreams that I did, and I was just in that little bubble of oh, this is fine, I'll do it later, or I'll do it next year, or oh, I don't really want to do it. But when I was sitting there deep thinking about what I wanted to do personally, and obviously I started making these to talk about myself and my feelings to get things out, because obviously we all need to get things out, and that's okay. I think my journey and also my advice to people has been really helpful. I've seen a lot of the comments. I see a lot of people are really interested in the stuff they do, and it makes me happy and motivates me to do this. About me, how did I get to this point where I started my content creation? I started music production. I decided to, take games a little more seriously. Well, I don't really have a definite answer. There's a couple of things I can say for sure. One thing I will say for me that really helped it was that I do, I do play a lot of rhythm games, and I love music, and that was a really big motivation for me when it came to that aspect. I just didn't have the money at the time, and eventually I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go and spend the money on it, and then I eventually spent the 350 bucks that I did to pursue the dream of doing that, and I haven't regretted it. It's been a lot of fun to learn about it. It's very complex. It's a lot more complex than I thought it was gonna be for sure. But I know that one day if I stick with it and I keep at it, just like I am with this, I will get somewhere with it in life. And that was a really big push for me, was just thinking about obviously I do think about the future a lot. Some of it good, some of it bad. But when it comes to the future for your passion and hobbies, if you want to do something, the hardest part is taking that first leap in really anything. Could have started this whole content creation stuff and everything years ago, and I don't know if I would have been mentally ready for it, but I could have. I could have done this a lot earlier, but I decided to do it now, and it makes you feel a lot better. My advice for somebody who is a lot like me, where you are in your comfort zone and you're free to step out of that comfort zone, I will let you know that it is totally okay to take that first step. It is very hard, it's very difficult, it's mentally challenging, because you're like, oh, what if this doesn't work out? If I waste my money? If I waste my time? What if I You know, there's so many, like, what ifs. Hard to not think about the what ifs, but you can also look at it from a perspective of, oh, if I do decide to do this thing, will this make me more happy? Where can I go with this? How does it improve my life? Will I meet new people? What else can I say? Will it make me money in the future? If that's something you really like care about, you know. The main thing that for me was that doing the stuff I do now, it makes me a lot happier on a mental note. The fact that I feel like I'm doing something with my life. I've always felt like I'm not really doing anything, and that's really weird to say because I do a lot of things. I mean, all of it, you know, like I do like a lot of things from home, and then I also work and everything like that. But I never felt accomplished or complete until I decided to take these first steps, and that's something that I think everybody should definitely try at least once. I know it's hard, but when it comes to doing that, after you break that first step, you eventually get into a cycle and a rhythm, and you're just like, okay, like you wake up every day, you have a schedule for yourself, what you want to do, and then you do the thing. Eventually, years go by, and you're doing your dream as like a career. You're doing it as something you enjoy. So, you know, when I came on the content creation side, though, I've always wanted to do this. I really have. I know it was something that I I'm a very shy and introverted I'm a very shy and introverted person for sure. I don't really talk to a lot of people. I am very quiet in person, but for me, this is a way for me to express myself and also get more comfortable with me as a person in general. I'm not really the most confident person ever. I'm not a big fan of my voice. That is definitely one of my lacks of confidence is that I'm not a big fan of my voice. I'm not a big fan of hearing myself back. I don't really think anybody is, but you know, the whole content creation side of this has really helped me start to accept me for who I am, and that's been also a really big positive of my mental health for the fact of like, oh, I don't sound too bad, and like people enjoy listening to my voice. It was like that was a really big worry whenever I first started this. Was like, hey, my voice is annoying, it's cringe, like I don't know if people will like it, you know. This is me just like rambling. But I also did this content creation stuff because, well, I am in general. I'm very much a nice person. I do care about a lot of people. I was always the therapist friend growing up. I always ask, you know, I always talk to people about like more deep topics. I like talking about type of stuff, and I'm like, oh, I think about this stuff on a daily basis. Maybe I can just yap to the void, and I mean, somebody's gonna like relate to it or really like you know get interested in me or my content. So yeah, I kind of just did it just for like a whole confidence boost thing, and also because I there's a lot of stuff that a lot of people relate to, and the internet is a very broad and vast space where somebody's gonna watch my content, be like, you know what? I feel this. So, the advice section. What advice would I give to somebody who is like me, who is afraid of the unknown? Well, the one thing I will say is that it is a very scary step. I already mentioned that before, but I I know the feeling of like, oh, like you're not gonna be good enough at this thing, you know, like it's gonna take it. I don't know if it's for you, you know. It doesn't. It never hurts to try, you know. Like I know that a lot of people are like, oh, you know, what if I try it and I fail? But if you keep trying, you keep pushing with it, you keep going for it, if you keep just, you know, grinding at it, you can't really ever fail. You know, you can always, sure, you can make like a bad song, you can make a video that flops, you can, I don't know, let's say you're trying out a gaming competitive, maybe you don't do as well as you thought you would, you know, but next time you play in that tournament, you get a higher result. Okay, I can I can see that, you know, in maybe a week, a couple of months, that there's progress going. Even though it's slow progress, there's progress. And that is probably the most biggest piece of advice I can give to somebody when it comes to wanting to pursue any sort of dream you have, is that I know at the start it can be a very rough and, well, like, you know, very rough and challenging road, but eventually the more experience you get and the more that you start to enjoy it, the more you get into the rhythm of, okay, I gotta wake up, I gotta record a video, I gotta like make my song, I gotta, you know, do this, do that. The more that your brain just gets attuned to it, the more experience you get, the more confident you get in yourself, the more you learn, the better you get at it, and eventually you could turn it into a full-time thing, you know. I don't know if I'm gonna ever do this stuff as a full-time thing. I would really love to, but I do enjoy making this stuff, and regardless, even if I don't, I like just talking about more relatable topics and helping people, and I'm gonna always do this until probably the day I die. This is a very personal get to know me topic, but I think that it's also very relatable because I was in a situation where I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and here I am, yapping to people on the internet about myself and giving advice, and also my personal journey through life, and just like I'm not the greatest at giving advice and everything like that, but I have helped people, and it makes me happy knowing that I have. Never be afraid to follow your dreams and follow your passions. I understand if you don't have the money, you don't have the time for it at the moment, but maybe in a month, maybe in a year, you can be like, okay, let's do this thing. And I fully believe whatever you commit to in life, you'll be able to do, and you can get somewhere with it. Even if you don't make money off it, just do it just to, help your brain. Do it to, like, um, do it to make yourself feel good. That's kind of why I like doing these. I like just yapping. I like just talking. That being said, I think I'm going to end the section here. I know it was a very personal topic, and I hope you guys did enjoy it as always. Right, and I hit the YouTube spiel of, like, comment, subscribe, all that type of stuff, and to leave you guys off with a little nice message, I totally believe whenever a dream you have, you're able to pursue it, and you're going to go far with it. And it might take you a couple months, couple of years, but I fully believe that you're capable, and you are going to be enough, and you will be really good at the thing. You will struggle at first, but you can achieve anything you put your mind to, and I fully believe in you. So, I believe in you, and I'm here to support you on your journey. That being said, I'm gonna let you go, bye-bye.